All right, folks, good afternoon and welcome to Bill Robinson Field here in Springfield, Vermont, as we get ready for Game 2 of the 2021 season. This game was not originally scheduled for here. It was scheduled for Hartford, but due to field conditions, here we are. And it is a pretty nice day, just like it was Tuesday here as these rivals get ready to get together. It's a young Hartford team coming here for their season opener with a young coach, Danielle Tenney, who's technically in her second year, but we all know that last year was kind of a wash. So here we are today, and everybody's happy to be here again. We're about 5 minutes from game time. We'll go through the lineups in a second. Again, we are messing around with some things here, look at some camera angles, do some things. This is the one we think we're going to go with. Most of this is the other one. It's a little bit tighter, but this is the one that kind of you can see better. We have some different inset ones that we can use too, but it seems like the first one you saw is probably the best. That's a little weird one there too. So once again, my name is Ray Currren. I'll be with you this afternoon for today's game as they get ready to bring out the lineup card. So I'll give you the lineups that we have here. For Hartford, and again, this is their first game of the season, so they come in 0-0. It's Rebecca Keelty leading off and playing second base. Nevaeh Murphy batting second and playing center field. Hallie Buffum batting third, playing shortstop. Madison Willie batting cleanup and playing third base. Logan Evans will be batting fifth and playing first base. Cassidy Beisler will be the catcher, batting sixth. On the mound will be Marina Grassi, a sophomore, batting seventh. Alicia Thompson playing right field and batting eighth. And Harper Robinson in left field batting ninth. For the hometown, Molly Leonard. Only a couple changes from Tuesday. Molly Leonard leading off, playing third base. Maddie Clark batting second, playing short. Izzy Belisle again on the mound, batting third. Tori Otis batting cleanup, playing first base. Megan Stagner catching and batting fifth. Haley Streeter in center field, batting sixth. Jill Muther will be playing second base. That's one small change from Tuesday. And batting seventh. Megan Greenwood is the designated player, batting eighth. And Malia Finley playing left field and batting ninth. Mariah Lateral will be the flex player. She starts in right field for the Cosmos today. So that is your lineups. Again, the Cosmos, the first thing we're looking to do is get a hit today because they did not get a hit on Tuesday as they were shut down by some pretty good pitching from Mount Anthony. But today's another day. They did hit some balls hard at the end. It got to be a little bit, unlucky at the end. He hit a couple balls hard, and that was that. So we're about a couple minutes from game time. There is another win here today, and again, you can see that they do have a new fence for batting practice out in center field. Doesn't really affect the game here that much. That's still a long shot for these girls to hit it way out there. So there was some rain and actually a little bit of snow. I don't know in these parts if you got some snow, Adam. We got a little bit of snow yesterday, but that's all gone. It's about 60 degrees, a little bit of a breeze today, so not exactly ideal conditions for a softball game, but heck, we don't really care these days what we get. We come out here, we play, the sun's out. There's some people in the stands ready to watch some softball, and so here we are. And again, we're new at this too, so if you have any suggestions, feel free to chime in with any we can use for future games. I think our next game here, home game at least for Springfield, will be next Thursday afternoon here at Bill Robinson Field. They're pointing out the fence in center field, but I don't think that hopefully somebody will prove me wrong, but I don't think they're going to hit one that far away out there today. That's I think Rich Zapak, the athletic director, said it was 280, I think, to the big fence. So it's probably about 240, 245 to the nearest part of that, which is a good shot. I believe we don't really have a flag here, but I believe the wind is blowing out. So we'll see if that plays a factor too. As I said before, it's a very young squad for Hartford. They have 6 freshmen of the 11 players on the varsity team, only 2 juniors and 1 sophomore. So we'll see how they react to their first varsity action today. And probably a chance for the Cosmos, who got shut out again by a pretty good Mount Anthony team, 5-zip in the opener, to get in the win column today. But it's a new day. You never know what's going to happen, of course. And so we'll see. Both teams wearing white, which would be a problem in some other sports, but alas, in softball or baseball, it's not really that big a deal. Springfield's wearing black pants, Hartford going with the blue pants today, so that'll be the difference. And nice bright red helmets for Hartford. So we could tell brand new uniforms for the Hurricanes today too. I don't think the Cosmos have new uniforms, unfortunately, but they're 2 years old. Just again, in softball time is not that far. So again, that the Cosmos, if you didn't tune in on Tuesday, were no hit by Mount Anthony in the first game. They only had 1 base runner. That was Tori Otis. The second inning walk was the only base runner. Although, like I said, they hit a couple balls hard at the end. They had 12 strikeouts. But they did hit a couple of balls hard at the end and got a little bit unlucky. And really, Izzy Belisle on the mound allowed 5 runs, but they were all unearned in 2 innings. One of them where they had 4 runs with only 1 hit and a couple of Springfield errors that they'll look to clean up today. So Belisle was pretty much around the strike zone all day, too, on Tuesday, and that made for a really fast game. I think it was an hour and 14 minutes. We were in and out of here, so we'll see how that goes today. I don't think we're going to get much faster than that, so we'll see how it goes from there. And actually, the home team hit, too, so maybe even faster. Yeah, we're saying over under 2 hours is fine. We don't want to turn the lights on unless we have to here. We're safe on that bill until later in the year. This does, for the schedule-wise, for if you're keeping track at home, this was actually a May 14th game. Or actually, Springfield was scheduled to go to Hartford on May 14th, so those 2 games have been flipped. So Springfield does lose the night game out of the deal, but it's kind of chilly in the spring here anyway, so we'll take the sunshine and go from there. So we're just about ready to go. The final warm-up toss for Belisle will be thrown down by Megan Stagner, and we are ready to go. And the first batter, fittingly, for Hartford is a freshman, Rebecca Keelty, in her first varsity at bat here. One of many freshmen we'll see today, and we'll see how they react. You know, sometimes it goes either way with a young team. Belisle is ready, and we're ready here. First pitch is outside for ball 1. I called it a strike. See, that's what I know. Need a better angle here. That one's outside the ball, but it's good to go to school on that for the pitchers and the hitters early on because that's going to be a strike. It'll probably be there the whole day. So it's 1-1. Swung through that one, 1-2. Keelty really late on that one. We'll see if Belisle goes to school on that as well. Let's see. She's been living on the outside corner so far. The 1-2. Upstairs ball 2. A little bit of a delayed call from the umpire. I got to watch that today. Give it a beat before he makes the call there. It is 2-2 and bounced that one. That's definitely a ball. So full count 3-2. Keelty has worked it full. And obviously Belisle wants to come back with a strike here to lead off hitter, first hitter of the game. The payoff pitch. Up high, ball 4. So Keelty leads off with a walk, I think, and we don't have the book from Tuesday, but I believe Bella had 2 walks in all of the game. I think she hit a batter as well. But that brings up Nevaeh Murphy, the center fielder, who is a senior, one of 2 seniors on the Hurricanes team. We'll see if they mix it up with some bunts or whatever here. He does not square, and she's late on the first pitch. It's fouled off, so 0-1. Plus bunts in the game, just like in the Major League Baseball. There's bunts that we used to. It's kind of bananas to the late, and it's going to be looked like it was foul, and it was. It escaped Otis down at first, but it was foul when she grabbed it. Otis was on the bag to start, so it didn't have to go far. It's a foul ball, and so it's 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch foul tip got Stagner off the helmet, bounced away, so staying alive there. We saw this with Springfield in their opener. They had some pretty poor swings the first time around. Again, it's the first time they've faced live pitching in a real good or varsity game in 2 years, so that's probably to be expected. The 0-2 swung on a missed strike 3, so that's 1 out. So Belisle comes back from the walk with a strikeout. That brings up the number 3 hitter, Haley Buffum. Or Haley Buffum, excuse me. Oh, it's actually Haley DeFavis. Yep. I'm going to get my roster straight here. Anyway, first pitch was swung on and missed. It was way inside. No 1 pitch. His runner's going, and nobody covers it, so it's going to be a steal. He took off and stole second without a throw down there, and she's in scoring position with only 1 out. Pitch was a ball, so the count is 1-1. That's upstairs, ball 2. Looked to be pretty close from here. It's hard to tell from our angle sometimes where the pitch is. It's a 2-1 count, 1 out. It's Keelty down at second, led off the game with a walk and then stole second. That one's late on that one as well. So 2-2. Belial hasn't really mixed it up, and it's hard to blame her. Hartford's been late in almost every pitch so far. 2-2 from Belial. Punch foul again. Again, we saw this Tuesday as well. The more pitches that the batter sees, the better off they are, especially if they haven't played in a long time. So the 2-2, outside ball 3, so it's 3-2. So another full count here. If nothing else, Hartford seeing a lot of pitches here in the first inning. A payoff pitch, inside ball 4. So we mentioned that we had an hour 14-minute game. We're already trending away from that. It's Madison Willie, another freshman batting cleanup here, the third baseman today. Hartford has 2 on with 1 out here in the top of the first. That's a strike. It looked like Willie was taking all the way there. There's the 0-1. That's a strike too. Belial coming right at her with 2 pitches, and it's already 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Late on that one too, punch foul. Belial still way ahead, 0-2. Way out, but it's a good waste pitch. It's 1-2. There's not been a ball put in fair territory yet. We've had a walk, a strikeout, and a walk so far. Here's the 1-2. Ball inside. It gets past Stang. The runner's going to try to go to third, and she's going to be safe. Other runner moves up as well, so Kiel to the third, the Fabus to second, and there's 2 runners in scoring position now. Willie can find a way to put it in play. Infield's going to come up a little bit. At least it's short. Clark's up. Luther's back a little bit second. 2-2 is inside, ball 3, and so she's worked the count full. Third full count and 4 batters for the Hurricanes. Here's the payoff pitch. Foul straight back. Again, I don't have a pitch count, but it's about 23, 24 pitches for Belial already, and we're still waiting for the first one to be put in play fair. Let's see if this is the one. Belial probably doesn't think so. She'd probably rather have a strikeout here. Let's see. 3-2. Fan popped up. It might be trouble. Muther's under it, and she's able to make the catch. Runner did not tag, and now she's going home. Here comes the throw. It's going to be in time, I believe. Runner never got to the plate. It's a double play to end the threat. So it's a pretty wild double play. In fact, I don't even know it's 3 outs. It's such a wild double play. And they drop the ball and they come in. So Hartford does not get a hit, does not get a run out of all that. But finally a ball was put in play. So it's Hartford nothing, Springfield coming to bat. Again, as we pointed out Tuesday, we don't really have any sponsors, so the break. Yeah, exactly. We're happy to, as we said Tuesday, if anybody wants to sponsor us, we're happy. But again, the Springfield lineup, it's Molly Leonard leading off at third, Maddie Clark batting second at short, Izzy Belial, the pitcher, batting third, Tori Otis at first, Megan Stagner, the catcher, Haley Streeter in center field, Jill Muther, the second baseman, who you just saw start that double play, Megan Greenwood, the designated player, and Malia Finley in left. And it'll be sophomore Marina Grassi taking the mound here for Hartford. Wind, I said it was blowing out before, but I think it's actually blowing toward us a little bit. It's kind of all over the place, but we'll have to see. And I think it affects a little bit the pitchers, even though, not so much on the ball, but definitely on the windup and getting rid of the ball. Yeah, we're still messing with the cameras. As we said before, that one's a little weird to get both like that, but I like to stick with this one because it gives you most of the field at least. And we understand it's kind of hard to see when it gets far away, but we are not messing yet, unfortunately. Yeah. So we are ready to go. Maud Leonard leading off for Springfield, and she hit a couple balls hard in the first game. And we'll see if Springfield's a little bit more patient today on using some strikes the entire game. But facing an in any sophomore, by the way, has to be first varsity game as well, and she leads off with a strike right down the middle. So get red shirt years in high school. So their first game. The 0-1. There's a strike too. So Leonard behind 0-2. That one's upstairs, ball one. Like Belial in the first inning got ahead almost every hitter, 0-2, 1-2, and had a little trouble after that. Here's the 1-2. Bounce that one, 2-2. Third one's always the toughest one, as they say. Hartford pretty much straight up, I think. Leonard did hit a couple right at the third baseman Tuesday. The 2-2. And hit that one the same way, but that one's foul. So yeah, advanced scouting, I think they may want to shift that way, but I don't think they have that in this league either yet, too. Yeah. They saw that last one, too. I don't think it's much different. Yeah, not rocket science. The 2-2. Popped up foul. It was right on our hands. Might be playable. Nope, it's out. Close enough where no cars are threatened by that one. Little different speed and different how the pitcher. I forget her name. I got to find it because she had 12 strikeouts through no hitter. She should be mentioned by name, but she was a lefty also on Tuesday too, which makes it a little different delivery angle here too. Another 2-2 inside, almost hit her. Oh, she's worked it full. 3-2. The 3-2. Strike three. Nice pitch there. Actually started inside, but you can see it move a little bit on the inside corner. So Leonard's down for the first out. That'll be a relief to Grassy, who probably has some nerves out there right now, and brings up Maddie Clark, the shortstop. Swung on and missed. Again, it's moving that way again. It started off in the middle and tailed away from Clark, who swung on and missed. Again, totally different than they would have saw Tuesday from the lefty, who did have a lot of movement on her pitches as well, though. But one, I almost hit her again, skipped right by. 1-1. That one's upstairs. The 1-1 becomes 2-1. Here's the 2-1. That one's flipped and it's upstairs too. So now it's 3-1. Clark got a good count here at 3-1. Oh, that one's inside ball 4. So Clark gets a walk. Either didn't want to walk or didn't know how many balls she had. Didn't know what the count was, but that's how it works in this game. 4 balls to go first. So there's one away for Izzy Belial, the pitcher, who had a tough night at the plate on Tuesday. She had a pretty solid pitching outing. She'll be ready to. Again, Springfield didn't have any hits, so it's not like too many people had a great night at the plate either. So first pitch is inside ball 1. It's still tailing a little bit. So that started off like it almost hit her, but almost got to the inside corner, but it was inside. Here's the 1-0. There's a strike. Here's the 1-1. That's right to left, and that's going to be Springfield's first hit of the season, a clean single left. Clark has to stop at second, and Springfield has 2 on with 1 out. It brings up cleanup hitter Tori Otis, who was the only base runner on Tuesday with a walk. First pitch is inside for a ball. Otis had some pretty good at-bats on Tuesday. Here's the 1-0. That's inside 2-0. So Otis is way ahead here, 2-0. No score, bottom of the first here at Bill Robinson Field. Springfield is threatening. 2-0 is bounced toward third. Going to be a tough to get back to third. I don't think she's going to make it. It's not. And that's going to be, I don't know how we score that one, but it's either an infield single or a fielder's choice. I think we'll go infield single. It'll be hometown scoring, I think, there. I think technically if she thought she could have made the play at first, it could have been a fielder's choice, but that would have been a tough play. So hit it is. Second hit for Springfield. Either way, Megan Stagner's up with the bases loaded and 1 out. And ball 1 in the dirt. Nice stop there from Cassie Beisler, junior catcher. Ooh, went behind her, and it's going to be a wild pitch. Everybody's going to move up 1 as Clark slides home with Springfield's first run of the season. I'm quite sure how Stagner got out of the way of that, but she did, and it went to the backstop, and it goes for a wild pitch. Here's the 2-0. That bounced, and she got away. It's a wild pitch again. Another run scores, and it's 2-0. And Otis went up to third on that, so Springfield still with the runner at third. And the count's 3-0. And it's ball 4. So it's a 4-pitch walk for Stagner. Probably see Stagner try to steal here in the first pitch. We'll see. It brings up Haley Streeter, center fielder. 2-zip Springfield. Last 4 batters have reached for Springfield after only 1 reached all day Tuesday. First pitch. Oh, hit her right in the back. Right between the 1 and the 1 in their back there. No way to get out of that one. So after a couple of nice dodges of pitches that were low, that one was high enough where there was nowhere to go. The bases are loaded. It brings up Jill Muther now with the bases loaded. outside again, ball one. Hartford's still back at shortstop. Probably early enough in the game. They'll take any out at this point. 1-0, that's way upstairs. Otis is going to stop, and that's going to – Stagner has to go back to second. They don't throw it, and she gets back. Make sure the runner goes, usually in this situation you say, but yeah. Yeah, it was a tough call there. I think if she throws to second, it might have been a mess at that point. And for Springfield's sake, it's 2-0 also. Yeah. I know it's 3-0. You know, the runners definitely aren't going to go because 3-0, one more pitch will walk them in. And that's ball four. So the runner can come in on their own. They don't have to worry about it. Yeah, yeah. 2 years out, you forget some of the rules of the game. It's understandable, right? You know, 4 balls is a walk, kind of stuff. It's also the first RBI of the season for Springfield as it's 3-0 now. And that brings up Megan Greenwood, designated player. It's now 6 straight batters that reach for Springfield. There's a strike. Oh, that's not a strike. It bounced a couple times before it got there. So bases loaded for Springfield. They lead 3-0. Counts 1-1 here to Megan Greenwood, and that one is inside. Nearly hit her. Again, the ball is moving inside. They're moving toward the plate, but had too far to go for that one. Ball 3. That one was a little bit closer, but a little too low. Here's the 3-1. Way outside, ball 4. Sophomore. That's her second game. Nothing Springfield, bottom of the first. Bases still loaded with 1 out. Left fielder Finley is up. First pitch foul back. That looked like a strike. Like the land. Catcher has to fix the equipment there. Here's the 0-1. That's a strike 2. So 2 in a row for Grousey after the mound visit. She's ahead of Finley 0-2. Pops up. See if they call an infield fly. That's a tough infield fly, and it drops behind her. And I don't think it's going to get anybody. It's going to be close. Plate 1 run. Muther runs through the stop sign and then decides to heed the stop sign 10 feet later and goes back. So that's another tough scoring decision on that one. I think it's got to be an error, unfortunately. And we're back around to the top to Molly Leonard. Struck out, seems like a long time ago to lead this thing off, so she'll be anxious to hit something somewhere. Nope, there's a ball one instead. And Nuther starts to go off third, but goes back, and that runs Finley off, but she's going to get back to first. Well, good practice for Springfield, I guess, here. You don't want to run the person off in front of you. Again, Leonard hit the ball hard a couple of times. And hit that one hard, too, but that could be car-headed to something. Oh, and it got the full instead. That might have saved one of the trucks out there. Those Adam and I talked about, some of those trucks are tough out there. They're not set up that way. But that doesn't help you. If you get the glass, though, it's tough, though. Yeah, if you get the glass, it's tough. No. So Leonard is way out in front here now, 1-1. Now it's 2-1. Has been pulling everything pretty hard. Here's the 2-1. And pop that one. It might be playable at third, going toward it, and she makes the play. Third baseman Madison Willie. So that's 2 away. Clark walked earlier in this inning and then scored on a wild pitch. Yeah, now you can run. Well, there's one. I mean, Mither's going to try to score, and she's going to score easily, and everybody else moves up on the wild pitch. Third run that Springfield has scored on a wild pitch here in the first inning. One and 0 to Clark. Just inside ball 2. Base is open now. It's Izzy Belisle who had the hardest hit ball of the inning. She's on deck. 2-0 to Clark. Swung at that in the dirt, a little bit anxious, and now it's 2-1. Six 0 Springfield, bottom of the first. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Popped up, should be the third out, but it's a tie up in the air. Willie's under it, makes the play. So Willie gets 2 outs in a row and keeps the damage to 6 runs. Just 2 hits in the inning, only 1 error and 2 left. So after 1, Springfield 6, Hartford 0. So Hartford gets all the jitters out at least as we head to the second inning here. That's probably what Coach Tenney's saying over there. It's going to be Evans, Beisler, and Grassy, 5, 6, 7 up for Hartford. We back out there. And the wind does affect the pitchers a little bit too out here, even though it's not ridiculous. You can see some buds trying to grow in the trees a little bit. It's almost spring. Yeah. So it'll be the first baseman Logan Evans, one of the many freshmen on the Hartford roster, coming in here. Bob's first pitch is up high, ball 1. There's a strike. Hartford had 2 base runners in the first inning, both on walks. And the first inning ended on a double play. It's going to be a fair ball. Going to be a tough play for Muther. Is coming quick. Gets it to Otis, and she's safe. That'll be an infield hit for Hartford to start the second. And brings up Cassidy Buys as the catcher. Buys for a lefty. First hit for Hartford. There's a strike right down the middle for Belial. 0-1's up high, ball one. One is fouled off. Sliced into the parking lot there. Out of camera range and out of eye range, too. But it is 1-2. There's swung on a miss. This Belial strikes her out. Second strikeout for Belial. She had one in the first inning, and there's one away. Brings up Raina Grassi, the pitcher. Bounced in front of the round. Belial's going to take the easy play to first and throw to Otis for the second out. She'll certainly take that up 6-0. And that brings up the right fielder, Alicia Thompson. Yeah, it's not warm enough to get one off the hands and not feel it still. First pitch is a strike. And Belial was around the strike zone on Tuesday. That one's a ball outside. 1-1. I don't think we're going to make the hour 14 that we made the on Tuesday. There's a strike again. It's 1-2. Here's the 1-2. A little bit down. Runner's trying to go to third. Stagnant throws. Good throw. Might have had her. Would have been close, but that's going to go as a wild pitch. Which I think they're trying to get the backup straight there for that kind of thing. Good time to work on that. Here's the 2-2. Fouled off. That's in the road, I think, on the other side. Yeah, didn't hear a fence. Didn't hear a car coming either, though. So I think it's just, yeah. The good news is it went over, or the good news is it didn't hit a car. The bad news is it's over the fence. So. Anyway, it stays 2-2. Fouled off again. Didn't hear the fence again, but that one might have stayed in the park. Wasn't hit quite as hard. Ooh, bounced that one. Full count. So good at bat here for Thompson has worked at full. And bounced that one too. So Thompson works out a 2-out walk. And Hartford has first and third with 2 outs. Brings up Harper Robinson, the number 9 hitter, left fielder. I guess the third lefty for Hartford, which is more than Mount Anthony had. First pitch is a strike. Runner's going to go to second. No throw with 2 outs. There's another strike on the outside corner. 2 really good pitches from Belial there. Gets her head 0-2. Swung on and missed, and Belial gets out of the threat. Third strikeout for Belial. No runs, a hit, and 2 left for Hartford. We've played an inning and a half at Springfield 6. Hartford nothing. the wind really. I debated the jacket, but I do have a jacket on, which is nice. It's a little chilly out here today. So I'm probably in the sun. Yeah, we're not in the sun here in the press box, and it's a nice press box here at Bill Rob's. Yeah. Yeah, it's a nice softball field. Springfield, if you're just tuning in, sent 11 players to the plate in the first inning. That's how they scored 6 runs. They only had 2 hits. They were benefited by 4 walks and a hit batsman in 1 Hartford error. So they'll have 3, 4, 5 up again. Izzy Belial is leading this off. Had one of those 2 hits. Had the loudest of the 2 hits, a line drive to left, which was Springfield's first of the season. Yeah. Yeah. If you're not from here, we're actually at the middle school, Riverside Middle School, not the high school, which has a soccer field and a field hockey field, but doesn't have any baseball or softball on track yet.
Yeah, most of our games are kind of down here.
So it's Izzy Belial leading it off, the pitcher. Grounded that one to third. It might come back fair, but it doesn't. It's a foul ball. Strike 1. Inside hitter in the foot, unfortunately, and that's going to be a hit batsman. It stings a little bit right on the inside of the leg there. But we're going to get the courtesy runner, which we didn't get in the first inning. It's taken Zane, I think, who's going to go down there and run it first. Brings up Toriotis. Sometimes on a cold day like this, the pitcher probably would like to run. Otis squares the bunt. The pitcher's way up high. His aim was stealing anyway to second, and she stops, but she's going to be safe anyway. Either way, it's a ball. Oop, that one's inside. Wait, it's 2-0. Oop, and that hit her on a bounce too. So back-to-back hit batsman. Brings another hit batsman. On the first inning, but a little trouble jumping out of the way in this inning. 2 on, nobody out for Megan Stagner, who walked in the first inning. Just a 5-ball 1. It's on a bounce, so it's 2-0. You know. And a 4-pitch walk for Stagner. Haley Streeter, who last time wasn't on a bounce that one. It's a breeze. Over flight. Was a little closer, but inside for ball one. Runner's not going to advance. I'd probably be surprised, actually, if anybody advanced a wild pitch at this point, but we'll see. Two and 0 to Streeter. Hartford's playing pretty deep out there in the outfield, actually. You know, the runner, I just said that, and then the runner's advanced a wild pitch, so what do I know? $7-0 Springfield. I'm trying to see if it's the fourth of 7 runs that have scored in a wild pitch. Umpire said 2 and 1 there, which means he called one of them a strike. I don't know which one. Yeah, I think, unless I'm wrong, I thought it was 3 and 2, but he said 2 and 1. See if he helps us out here. I could be wrong too, Adam. Sorry. I think everybody wants it to be 2 and 2, to be honest. No, it was ball 4. No, you can blame me for that. If anybody saw it on the scoreboard, it's all my fault. Yeah, that's early. I thought maybe you might have gave him one there, but we'll see. So Muther was up last time with the bases loaded and walks for the first RBI of the season. That wins the ball. It was a little bit closer. Behind her. No advance from the runners. The second inning has been a hit batsman, walk so far. Jeez, one on a miss. Springfield not as afraid to swing here. It's 2 and 1. There's a strike, 2 in a row. 2 and 2. And drilled to right field. That one's going to get down and score at least a couple. Otis has scored. Stagner's coming around to score. Streeter's going to score. Muther's going to go at least a third. See if they hold her there. They're going to send her all the way around, and she's going to score standing up for a grand slam. And it's 11-0 Springfield. So the first ball actually hit that way, I think, today. Well, actually, they hit one other one the other way, but that was hit very well. And ends up as a grand slam and clears the bases. So suddenly it's 11-0 Springfield, and there's still nobody out here in the second. First pitch is a ball to Megan Greenwood, who has the unenviable task of following that up. Swung on and missed there, 1 and 1. 5 batters, and they've all scored for Springfield here in the second. That one's inside 2-1. Ether didn't start the first game Tuesday, and that's one way to get yourself in the lineup. Hit a grand slam. That one bounced 3-1. Three and 1 to Greenwood. Bounced that one. Actually hit her, so I think that goes officially in the book as a hit batsman because a dead ball. And we're back to the number 9 hitter, Malia Finley. Pretty well on the left. Harper Robinson is under it. Can't make the play. It drops in. Greenwood stops at second. That was a tough place. We'll go the hit for that one. Second hit of the inning for Springfield, fourth of the game. Can be a tough field here at Bill Robinson Field because there's no actual fast pitch fence to get a gauge on where you are in the outfield. Either way, we're back around to the top of the order. Molly Leonard takes the ball high. Leonard, as I said, hit the hardest balls, I think, Tuesday. Two of them, both the hardest balls, is 0 for 2 in this game, so she really wants to hit, I think. And it's up the middle. That's going to be off the pitcher. Going to make one play to first, and it's dropped at first. Make sure the pitcher's okay on that one. Looks like she is, and the bases are loaded with nobody out. We're back around to Maddie Clark, who's making her third plate appearance here in the second inning with no outs. And it's in the hole the third. It'll be one play, step on the bag, and they go back to first. That'll be an RBI for Clark, but it is the first out of the inning. Yep. And there's one away. That makes it 12-0 Springfield. And now Springfield is batted around for the second straight inning. That's a wild pitch. Runner's still going, advancing here. There's the 1-0. There's a strike. Belial was hit by a pitch to start this inning. Ooh. Thought about not swinging, hit her bat for a foul ball, so that goes to strike 2. Fouls at the plate. Grassy looks like she's found the strike zone a little bit here. Yep. Inside ball 2. It's been a while since Belial's been on the mound. Just thrown 2 scoreless innings so far today. Swung on and missed. It was in the dirt. And then strike 2. Or out 2, excuse me. Yep, she could have. And it's actually what Coach Tenney is telling her catcher. I think the catcher could have reached up and tagged her if she wanted to. Yep. Torrio hits a grounder, picked off by the pitcher. She looks to third, but then goes back to first for the third out, and that gets her out of the inning. So again, 6 runs on 2 hits. The big one, obviously, Jillian Muther with a grand slam. There was not one Hartford error in that inning, and there was 2 more left. So 2 innings in the books here at Bill Robinson Field. It's Springfield 12, Hartford nothing. I know we're talking about, if you can't hear on there, we're talking about, I think for soccer we had, what, 150, I think? That was what it was. And, right, and the football, obviously, in Vermont was just the two-hand touch. Yeah. Whereas New Hampshire played, full-out football. They were the only state, I think, in New England, New Hampshire. We're hoping all that is behind us. And it's Rebecca Keelte leading off for Hartford here, a leadoff hitter who reached on a walk way back in the top of the first. Was stranded at third. First pitch from Biles, a strike on the outside corner. Hartford has one hit, an infield single from Logan Evans back in the top of the second. Swung on and missed 0-2. Fouled off into the parking lot. Another 0-2 upstairs, 1-2. Upstairs again, it counts 2-2. Hartford's done a pretty good job again for working the count. 2-2 swung on and missed, strikeout. Strikeout number 4 for Belisle. They've all been swinging. That brings up Nevaeh Murphy, who was a strikeout victim in the first inning. Swung on and missed. Hartford did have a chance to score in the first inning, but it was a double play. It was started by Muther, actually. It's been the offensive start as well. There's a strike. It's 0-2. There's strike 3 looking. So just I jinxed it there. I said all 4 strikeouts had been swinging. That one was looking. Strikeout number 5 for Belisle. That's 3 in a row. She's in a little bit of a groove right now. Brings up Haley DeFabis, the shortstop. She walked in the bottom of the first. Bounce to third. It's going to stay foul. Slender picks it up foul. It's up high. Counts 1-1. 1-1. Yeah. Bounce to third, right at Leonard. Long throw across the diamond is in time. So it's a 1-2-3 inning from Belisle. And we go to the bottom of the third, Springfield, still leading Hartford 12-0. Will be 5, 6, 7 coming up for Springfield. Stagner, Streeter, and Muther. Yeah, I think, yeah. Yeah, he was going to, but it didn't. There was no season. Yeah. It looks like there's some changes out there. We'll try to keep up with them as they go here. And as it's a new pitcher. Looks like Logan Evans. Let's see if we can piece this together. Logan Evans has gone from first base to pitcher, which means there must be a new first baseman, which is Hunter Robinson, who used to be in left field and is now at first base. So if we look in left field, looks like number 10 in left field. See if we can figure that out. So we'll see how Logan Evans does on the mound. Logan's a freshman. And I think she'll face some new hitters here for the Cosmos, up 12-0 here in the third inning. And it looks like first leading off is going to be Lexi Tewksbury, hitting for Stagner. Yeah. Umpire's meticulous about all these changes here in a 12-0 game in the bottom of the third. First pitch is up high, ball one to Tewksbury. The 1-0 is up high, also 2-0. So if you just tuned in, it's 12-0 Springfield here in the bottom of the third. They still only have 4 hits. The biggest was a grand slam by Jillian Muther, because that's ball 3. If we add it up, let's see, there were 6 walks and 4 hit batsmen so far for Springfield through 2 innings. That 3-0 is up high, so that'll be the 7th walk of the game for Hartford. Haley Sheeter will stay in the game. She got hit by a pitch in the first inning and walked in the second inning. Here's ball 1. That one bounced, ball 2. Tewksbury is going to go to second. On bounce, ball 3. Here's the 3-0. punch toward first. Might be an infield hit. Gonna be a tough play. Nice play by the shortstop. It's late. That is an infield hit. Tewksbury's gonna try to come home, and now the throw got away, and so she will score. And Streeter goes down to second. So Streeter will get an infield hit, but no RBI for that. It kind of hit off the end of her bat. And it brings up Jillian Muther, who had a grand slam last inning. And takes the strike. That was inside, ball one. Swan, I missed strike two. A little anxious up there. Yeah. Well, you look at the scouting report, that one was to right. So I think looks like she's aiming that way again. We'll see. And takes strike three. So, good job there by Evans to get a strikeout. It looks like we're going to see another pinch hitter. It'll be Emma Snyder coming in to hit. $13-0 Springfield leads here in the bottom of the third. It's Haley Streeter on second, Emma Snyder up, and her pitch is inside. One's upstairs, ball two. There's punch toward right field. I think I was going to drop in for a hit. Streeter had to hold up to see if it would drop, so she's going to hold at third. Second hit of the inning for Springfield. And we have another pinch hitter. Like it's got to be Madison Knight hitting for Malia Finley. Yeah, I think that's what. Let's see. I think there's only, well, other than, I know we're looking at, then he's got two players that haven't appeared yet. There's a strike. Punched it to right. There's a car coming, but it avoided it, thankfully. And it's 0-2. Ooh, that's way behind her. Runner goes down to second. That one bounced. It's 2-2. There's strike three. Second strikeout of the inning and the second out of the inning. And it brings it back around to Molly Leonard, leadoff hitter. It's going right at the shortstop, goes underneath their legs, though, and that's going to score a couple runs. Leonard's going to go to second. And that's going to make it 15-0 Springfield. And it brings up Matty Clark, shortstop. And that ball's upstairs. Fell straight back at us. Fortunately, there's a fence in the way. I think I would have had that. Or the computer would have, one or the other. It would have been a problem if the computer had it. There's actually a video of a guy making a play. I don't know if you guys saw that. The guy was in the, I don't know why the camera was there, but the play-by-play guy made a nice play, yeah. Unless we have a fence in the way, so we can't worry about that here. No. 2-1 to Clark here. Clark hits that pretty well. It might drop in. Nice play by the left fielder. Ends the threat. So in the end, Springfield gets 3 runs on 2 hits, a couple errors, and 1 left. And 3 down. It's Springfield 15, Hartford nothing. We'll try to map out changes here what Springfield has. It looks like it's still going to be Belisle on the mound. Snyder is going to second base, I think, or right field. See how far Snyder goes. I think she's going to right field. It's going to be Tewksbury in left field. And it looks like Kayla Kolcha has gone out to center field. We've got pinch hitters for Hartford, too. It looks like Miranda Rogers is hitting. Keeping the umpires busy, writing all stuff on their notepads there. Swung through that one. That was a nice pitch from Belisle, who spent a lot of time on the bench in this game, but it's done pretty well. Hartford just has 1 hit, an infield single from Logan Evans, who's on deck. Here's strike 2. Again, Rogers, another freshman. 6 of the 11 players rostered are freshmen for Hartford today. He swung through that one, strike 3. Six strikeouts for Belisle through 3 1/3, and that brings up Logan Evans. It's hit pretty hard, but foul down the right field line. Oh, 1 pitch line to left field line is going to be foul. Wow, just foul. Looked like it was going to be the second hit for Hartford and for Evans, but it drifted foul. Probably the hardest they've hit a ball all day, actually. And it was pulled, too, so it's 0-2. It was down low, ball one. Umpire looked like he thought about it there, but it was down. Yeah, I think that was mixing up from Belial there. Have not seen much of that from her today, nor she had to, but she did on that one. There's the 1-2 through another changeup, I think, and that one's popped up. Might drop in. Nobody's going to get it, and that will drop in for a hit. So Evans has 2 hits, and Hartford has 2 hits. She's on first. One out, one on. First base runner for Hartford in a little while. Had 5 in a row retired behind that. Brings up Cassidy Beisler, struck out. It was a bouncer back to the mound. Blau picks it up, decides to go to first. Could have went to second, but I guess when you have a big lead, you take the sure out and go to the next one. Either way, there's 2 outs, and that brings up another pinch hitter. And I can't see the number from here. Well, that's a strike. And there's ball 1, so it's 1-1. Springfield roster. I want to say it's Bella Murphy, 21.
Yeah, it could be a one.
Yeah, it is 21. It's got it right. Bella Murphy, 21. She swung through that one for a 1-2. And through that one as well. So Belial gets 2 strikeouts in the inning. Hartford has a base runner. But that's it. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. After 3.5 at Springfield 15, Hartford nothing. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's a 5-inning mercy rule.
Yeah.
So unless Hartford scores in the 5th, that will probably be it. Yep. Yeah. Springfield is scheduled to have Belial, Otis, and Tewksbury, I believe. But we'll see how far they get with that. Looks like Tegan Zane has a bat in her hand, so we'll see who she hits for. Actually, another new pitcher for Hartford, too. Looks like Miranda Rogers, who just hit, is going to pitch the 4th inning, too. Another freshman. In first game for Hartford, Springfield had a game on Tuesday. So expect some jitters. Springfield scored 6 in the first, 6 in the second, and 3 in the third. They've had 2 hits in every inning, so they have 6 altogether. Hartford has 2. Izzy Belial is one of those 6 hits. Was hit by a pitch in the second and struck out in the third, and now here she is leading off the 4th. No lack of plate appearances for Springfield, which is kind of funny because they only had 1 base runner on Tuesday. But first pitch is inside for a ball. Ooh, that one's just a bit inside. Actually took a bad hop there. 2-0. Between Belial's legs and that one, that's a pretty good job to get out of the way of that. It's 3-0. A 3-0. Well, that was inside too. So I think 3 of those pitches were behind her, and it's a walk for Belial. And she goes down to first, and it's going to be indeed Tegan Dzane who's going to hit for Otis here in the 4th. We saw her as a courtesy runner earlier in the game, and now she's up with the bat in her hands. Coach Piker was trying to get time there for some reason. We just didn't get the sub, and that's why I wanted to get time. No, he was trying to get timeout, but I don't think he got it. So, oop, that one's behind for ball 2. Lyle goes down to second. You know, it's not quite as inside, but still inside ball 3. Shout out to Cassidy Biles there behind the plate for Hartford, who's been dealt with a lot of balls in the dirt through 3 innings and plus here. And that one, I don't think I've ever seen before. The ball slipped out of her hands and went backwards to the second baseman, which I guess counts as ball 4 because Dzane went down to first. In baseball, the ball has to cross a foul line somewhere. It's no pitch. I don't know what the rules are in softball. I mean, that would have been a balk in baseball. I guess there's no balks in softball. Anyway, Megan Stagner's back at the plate, and there's another ball that goes to the backstop. So Stagner was pinch hit for, but you can re-enter, so now she's back in for Tewksbury in the 4th inning. He came back in for a strike. 1-1. Bounce that one 2-1 again. Beisler goes to her knees and blocks one. That came back in 2 for strike 2. 2-2. This spot has walked 3 times. Stagner walked twice, and then Tewksbury, who was pinch hitting for, walked as well. No, it's 2-2. Here's strike 3. So actually, Hartford has 5 strikeouts in this game. And 3 in the 3rd. And I think it's going to be Kayla Qualsh hitting for Streeter. Ball. Qualsh was the flex player in the opener, so this is her first at bat of the season. It's upstairs 2-0. Two-0 pitch. There's a strike. My coach in high school used to call those 6 o'clock strikes because we used to play at 3:30 and they'd be that way. But that one is a hitter, I guess. It looked like she jumped out of the way, but didn't. And you can see where the ball bounced, it didn't. So hit her right in either the ankle or the foot, and so Quelch goes to first with a hit batsman. I think that's number 6 on the day, and that brings up Jillian Muther, who had that grand slam back in the second inning. Did strike out last inning, but played it a run with a walk. So she's already got 5 RBIs and now has the bases loaded here in the bottom of the 4th. So if she can get another hit, we'll post a pretty big stat day here. First pitch was a ball. It's 1-0. And that's definitely a ball. It's 2-0. That's inside 2-3 now. Yeah. Yeah, as you may have heard, Beasler dropped or blocked another one there from behind the plate. 3-0 is ball 4. And that actually gets Muther another RBI, though. She does get her 6 RBIs in the day. Plates home Springfield's 16th run. It's 16-0. Emma Snyder stays in the lineup. She had a hit, one of Springfield's 6 hits so far. A base hit to right in the last inning. And that one's behind her. Now there's somebody coming home. Zane apparently wanted to get her uniform dirty by sliding there. She comes home with the 17th round. Might as well, right? Yeah. No. Yeah, the count is 1-0 to Snyder. No. Yeah. Why not? Yeah. Inside 2-0. There's a strike. I believe, by the way, all the Springfield players that are eligible have been in the game. I forgot Mariah Lateral is the flex player. She's been in right field, so that one's bounced 3-1. And there might be a trouble. Third baseman coming on. Snyder trying to get the first. She gets there. Now the runner comes home. So it's an infield hit for Snyder. It was Quelch who came home and scored there, so now it's 18-0. Snyder's on first, and that brings up Madison Knight, the number 9 hitter. That one's behind. So now we've got second and third, 2-0 to Madison Knight, who actually struck out last inning. That's going to be a ball. 3-0. So Hartford's recorded 10 outs in this game, and half of them have been by strikeout. 5 strikeouts for Hartford pitching today. Punch toward first. That's a foul ball. Diving try over there from Evans, who's been kind of all over the place today for Hartford. Ooh, and that hit her. Looked like she got a hand down. Hit her in the hand, I think, right? Yeah, so that goes down to the hit by pitch. Yeah, Knight didn't even rub it. She kind of stuck the hand in the way there, which is usually not a wise thing to do when you're trying to deal with a ball that's going that fast. No, I don't think she still rubbed it down there. Must have deflected off it. Coach Tenney goes out to the mound. That's going to bring up Molly Leonard for the 5th time today here in the bottom of the 4th. Which again, but Tuesday, Leonard was one of the only, I think, 4 hitters that got up 3 times in a 7-inning game. Different day today. Mound trip is over. It doesn't look like Leonard knows she's supposed to be up at the plate. Yeah, they figured it out. That's over her head, ball 1. There's a strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Ooh, that's way inside. Somehow went behind her there, 2-1. Another trick to the backstop for Beisler. That bounced 3-1. And they're playing Leonard pretty shallow on left. If she gets a hold of one, she may be able to play everybody here. That's 3-1. Nope, and that's going to be ball 4. So an RBI for Leonard, and it's 19-0 Springfield. And that's going to bring up Maddie Clark. Her 5th plate appearance, also in the 4th inning. That's ball 1. Ball 2. Yeah, umpire wants to call a strike, but yeah, it's tough if it bounces. 2-0. It's ball 3. It's the 3rd time in 4 innings Springfield's batted around. 3-0. That bounced 2, so it's ball 4. That will plate run number 20 for Springfield. And bring up Izzy Belisle. Belisle has singled and been hit by a pitch, struck out, and then walked, and has scored 3 times. And there's ball 1. It's 2-0. 3-0. Toyotas, who was actually pinch hit for earlier this inning, has a bat in her hand, so she'll be back in, it looks like, up next. And that one's behind her for ball 4. One thing we've seen sometimes, too, is we see opposing coaches run off bases on purpose. But they're going to change pitchers here. I think they're going to go back to Evans to try to end this. If you just tuned in, it's been a tough opener for Hartford in their first game. A lot of young players. Springfield leads this one. Evans pitched in the last inning that she pitched. She pitched in the 3rd inning, and now she's back in the 4th inning. Did a pretty good job. Springfield scored 3 runs, but that's the lowest they've scored, and it was off a couple of errors. Only 1 walk last inning. So she'll try again now against Toyota, who again was pinch hit for earlier this inning, is now back in. Base is still loaded. There's strike 2. Hello, you like your stats. You do like your stats with the play, but yeah. Otis punches it out in front. Any base to go to, she's going to go to first. Evans at least gets an out, so that'll be an RBI for Otis. But there is 2 outs. That brings up Megan Stagner, who actually made the first out of this inning way back. She's batter number 12 in this inning right now. And takes the strike. So for future games, there may be an option here for the Hurricanes. Evans has been the one to put the ball over the plate so far. Ball goes to the backstop. Springfield is not going to advance anymore on those. Springfield still only has 7 hits in this game. I know they have 22 runs. And a lot of walks and a lot of hit bats, but they're strike 2. Yeah. Here's the 1-2, strike 3. So Springfield gets 7 runs in that inning. Only got 1 hit. I don't think there was an error in that inning. Look at it. And then there was 2 left. So we go to what should be the top of the last here. Springfield 22, Hartford nothing. If it's Belial trying to finish this, or whether Coach Bly could give somebody else a chance on the mound, maybe it's some get some work. Nope, still going to be Belial.
Hey, what's going on?
Hartford coaches are talking to umpires about something. I wonder if it's a rule issue that they're talking about. I don't know. Coach Blackett trying to catch behind the plate there. Stagnant. Strike. Strikeout number 8 for Belial. Hartford has 2 hits, both by Logan Evans, who's also been their best pitcher in this game. One. Swung on a missed strike 2. Swung and missed strike 3. So good inning for Belial so far. She struck out both batters swinging, and that gets us back to the top of the order. Rebecca Keelty, who walked in the first and struck out in third. First pitch is a strike, swinging. That one's upstairs, ball 1. Wind pushing the dirt around. We haven't seen that in a while. Swung on a missed strike 2. That was coming in on her hands. Strike 3. She can run to first if Stagger's going to have to make a play. She's not going to have one, so that will be a base runner. And the 2 outs, yep. Actually gives, so it's 3 strikeouts for Belial in the ending, so it gives her a chance to get the old 4 strikeout inning going. Brings up, I don't know if that's Nevaeh. It's not Nevaeh Murphy who's in the spot. There's a wild pitch. The umpire wasn't quite ready there. Yeah. It's a little scary for the umpire. Sees the pitcher try to pitch and stand there without a mask on. Here's the 1-0. Here's a strike. 1-1. There's a strike. 1-2. So again, Belial 1 strike away. 1 strike away from striking out 4 in 1 inning. And there it is on a changeup, and it's dropped again. And Stagner has to throw to first. This time hits it right in the back. Right? And it's going to be another base runner. Yeah, it could have a 5 strikeout inning. You got 4 strikeout inning too. No, I think 4 is the major league record. I'm sure it's been done before. Brings up Eli DeFabis, who has actually not struck out yet today. Walked once and grounded to third. Fouls that one straight back. So Belial now with 11 strikeouts, 4 in this inning. We're still here. There's a strike, and now strike away. You never know what we're going to see, right? They say. And there it is, and it goes back again. And now it's going to score a Hartford run, and we're still here. You never know, I tell you. So Hartford's on the board here, and it's 22-1. Izzy Belial has 5 strikeouts in the inning, and is still here, and now is going to face Miranda Benson, who she struck out to lead off the 4th. So I go for 6. Big ball 1 high. It's Logan Evans on deck, who is actually 2 for 2, and it's both Hartford hits. So we shall see. Here's strike 1. Probably goes without saying that run is unearned. The Hartford scored. It's another foul ball, so it's 1-2. So Izzy Belial has 5 strikeouts in the inning. Trying to finally end this game. So 2, yeah, fouled off. That's going to stay in the park off the fence. So I'm just trying to add up the strikeouts again because now I have to do work in it. So she's got 12 strikeouts through 4 2/3. 1-2 bounced, and that's going to be in the dirt ball too. Two and two outs. It is 22-1 Springfield here on top of the first. And there's strike 3, and it's held that time. And she struck out the side. 6 strikeouts in the 5th inning. And I think that's it, right? Her Springfield wins this one 22-1. So that was a pretty wild ending on an interesting game here. The opening for Hartford, you can see they had a lot of young players, and it was a tough day for them. They end up losing this one 22-1. And Springfield only had 7 hits in the game, but certainly a bounce back for Springfield after losing its opener 5-0. We'll be back here next Thursday at 4:30 here at Bill Robinson Field, but we're going to sign off for now. Springfield beats Hartford here 22-1 to go to 1-1 in the season, and we'll see you next Thursday afternoon.